My name is Lori O'Brien.
And I'm Frank O'Brien, and we are originally from Connecticut. We are high school sweethearts. We met in junior year in high school, married 5 years later, and we've been married 43 years. We moved to Atlanta, Georgia about 25 years ago.
We started a event company called Atlanta Special Events when we moved down at Atlanta. And we brought our children down. They were teenagers when we came down, so now they're grown up. They have families of their own.
We have 2 granddaughters.
And we also started another business about 7 or 8 years ago called Daddy O'Brien's Irish Ice Cream Pub. And this is a grandmaster ice cream maker. We call him Daddy-O. And he basically created alcoholic ice cream and made it popular in Georgia, and very popular amongst the National Ice Cream Association throughout the country. So he's won a lot of awards, and we had a really nice time creating a restaurant up there. And if you want to know why we're here, well, the restaurant industry will kill you. And he was turning 65 this year, and I had been looking into Panama. I did discover Panama through researching online, watching the Panama Relocation Tour videos, and that really sucked me in. Jackie does a very good job of giving you the good and the bad. And so I spent about 2 years watching every single video, sometimes 2 and 3 times. And it took me 2 years to convince this man to come or even consider Panama. Around 2020, I got him to start thinking about it. So we booked the tour, and it got canceled a couple of times. You know why?
Because of COVID.
And he kind of chickened out a couple of times too. But finally, in 2022, this year, he came home from work and said, I think I need to retire, because he could barely walk anymore. The restaurant was killing him. And I was watching my husband die in front of me. So you take over.
We just got our things in order, and we sold the restaurant to a very good entrepreneur, and he's running the business right now. Mm-hmm. And we decided to sell everything, the cars, the house, everything we had, everything we owned, and we packed 4 big tubs and we moved to Panama. We came down in June, did our exploratory trip. We went to Boquete, we went to Las Tablas, we went to Pest a little bit. We spent some time in Coronado, and we decided that the San Carlos area would probably be a very good start, because we wanted to start at the beach.
In San Carlos, we are actually, I guess you would call it, in the downtown proper. It's the old town. So just a block away from us, we walked to it, and there's all these little shops and a couple of fondas, and it's the main downtown area. So we are really deep in the Panamanian area. So to me, it's kind of lonely because I feel isolated. But if you wanted to really get into the Panamanian culture, this is a really good start. So I feel this is our starting point. We are 1 minute from the beach. If you walk out to our street here and you look down, you can tell if it's high tide or low tide. So we can walk to the beach in 1 minute. And if we walk about a mile further down, the Panamanian fishermen are coming in. And you can literally buy fish right off the boat. We haven't done it yet, but we plan to do that. Where we are situated, we actually have a cemetery right behind our house. And they take really good care. The people here, the Panamanians, just really care for their loved ones in the cemetery. So it's very it's a beautiful thing to see, especially on Mother's Day. There was just like a line of people going to the graves. But I think this is our starting point. And then we're going to do, as Jackie said, rent a few months here or 6 months here. So we're actually looking around for other places to explore. We got our license yesterday, and so the next step is to buy a car. So we're waiting to find a car, and then we're going to take off and we're going to explore. We are very centrally located to Coronado. We are the next town over. And so we take a taxi right now every day pretty much and go into Coronado and do our shopping, grocery shopping.
It only costs $5.
Yeah.
We catch you right at the end of the road. So we just hop in a cab, go down, do our grocery shopping, and there's a little taxi stand right there so we can grab a cab coming back. So it's not expensive at all to get into more amenities.
We go down to Coronado because we need to meet people. We need to find some friends.
Yeah.
And so we go.
And we've met a lot of friends in Coronado too. So we went to Picasso's and a lot of the North American restaurants that are down there where a lot of the expats hang out. And we met some really good friends, and everyone's so warm and accommodating. And my wife is very open and saying, "Hey, we need a ride to here," and there's usually 2 or 3 people say, "Sure, I'll give you a ride." And so we're going back and forth to Coronado.
So we're meeting a lot of people.
A lot of great people in his general area.
We even started a breakfast club.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We have people
every
come
Sunday
over.
morning. We'll have breakfast at a different house, and so and that's a lot of fun too. You meet a lot of people, and normally there'll be an extra couple that someone has invited that we haven't met before. So it's great. I mean, it's a good way to meet people.
I think for a while, we're going to stay along the beach community. But, we still may end up going into one of the higher elevations for 3 months, 6 months, until we figure out where it is that we want to stay.
Yeah. We still have to find our sweet spot. I mean, we've enjoyed every place we've been to around here. Mm-hmm. But we still have to find that sweet spot where we're just very comfortable, so.
This is a small 2-bedroom, 2-bath Panamanian house, but it's newly renovated. So the big check mark was clean. It's clean. It's no mold. I liked that.
It's a Panamanian style house, but it was renovated in a North American style. The feel is homey.
Yeah, so we were able to move our things in here. Then we did negotiate a little bit on the price. They were asking $1,100, and we said, well, if we go long term, we signed a 1-year lease. We got it at $900. So coming into the high season, that's a pretty good price because we are in the high season now. It includes just the water and the internet.
And garbage.
Or no, it didn't include the internet. I think the internet is $64. Garbage is twice a week. It includes a gardener. And if we wanted to have a housekeeper, it was an additional $50. So we've only had the housekeeper once so far. As far as electricity, we don't know yet. We've only been here 6 weeks and we haven't gotten an electric bill. They said if we use the electric or the air conditioning a lot, it would probably be maybe 125. If we don't use it a lot, it'll be under 100. A lot of people are very concerned about health insurance when they're coming down from the States. So it can be complicated and you have to figure out your way, but it's always good to take advice from other people that have done it. He turned 65 a couple of months ago. So boom, I got him on Medicare and started his Social Security, and that was what enabled us to be able to come down here we were able to get his Social Security, and a couple of small pensions had come in. And thanks to Jackie and one of her podcasts, she introduced a guy that does Medicare Part C, the Advantage program. And that sounded really good. So we contacted him, and we got him on Medicare Part C, which covers him in Panama or any country for emergencies. So he's covered in the States for Medicare. He's covered here for emergencies only. Jackie put out another video about a week or two ago about a healthcare program. Oh, the flight med, the air flights, med air, I think
yeah.
they call it. So I thought that was really good for him because, you know, if he had a heart attack, he could go back to the States. So we signed up for that so that if he had something major that Medicare would cover, he could get back to the States. And that was like $595 for the year. So I thought that was a good idea. I figure with the price of the doctors being so low and the price of hospital care, if we had something we needed to go to a doctor for, we'll just pay out of pocket.
We've already made our appointments for the dentist and to get our teeth cleaned. And both of us together was $100. To have a full deep cleaning. So you had x-rays?
I went in because my dentist in the States told me I needed a crown replaced because there was a cavity under the crown. So I went to the dentist immediately, and he did a consultation. He took lots of x-rays, and he said, "You don't need that crown replaced yet." So he said, just we'll put it off until we need to. So that was, I think the whole thing was $45. So we're going to make an appointment with him for a doctor coming up soon, just to get a doctor established here. Jackie also put out recently a telemed, and it's $35 for a consultation. So and you don't have to sign up for a year or anything. There's no ongoing price. So I think we'll keep that in our back pocket so that if we needed to call a doctor, it would cost $35.
So when we started our quest for Panama, Lori went and purchased the online guide of the Panama Relocation Tour. And we found wonderful lawyer bent over backwards helping us to get into the country.
We delved into reading it online. So we just sat there at night and we would just go chapter by chapter. And it just gives you so much information that you would not have found out otherwise until you got here. And often that would be too late. You would have gotten
right.
into trouble.
Yeah. And rather than, we decided, rather than doing the full-blown Panama Relocation Tour, we decided to do a private tour. And when we started out, we ended up in Las Tablas, and we were doing the Azuero Peninsula. We were going to go down to Pest and to...
Yeah, there was Chitre, Las Tablas, and Pest.
Yeah.
And then we only stayed there one day. And then we went to Boquete and spent 3 days there. We had a wonderful guide in Mauri. M-A-U-R-Y. Maury is what we thought it was, but she's called Mauri. And she was wonderful.
Wonderful person.
Took us to the plantations and saw the coffee.
The coffee plantations.
We saw the geisha coffee being made and all that.
Yeah.
It was, she was wonderful.
She was wonderful.
She took us to all the different neighborhoods.
Different neighborhoods in Boquete and in that whole area, Alto Boquete. And
yeah. Boquete is beautiful. It's forever spring there. We just wanted to start out on the beach. We just decided we wanted the warmer weather. Boquete's a little chilly and rainy, but it's beautiful. The river going through is just lovely. But we decided let's start on the beach and we'll see where our adventure takes us. You can do either one, the private tour or the relocation tour. But if you don't, a lot of people are sitting on the fence like, I don't want to leave my family. I'm afraid can I afford this? The best thing to do is just come and see it. There's no way to really completely get the feeling of Panama unless you're boots on the ground. So I would just say, just come. Get those passports. Come. If you need dental work, while you're here, come on down and get the dental work, because you can walk into the dentist's office and he will see you right then and there. It's amazing. I'm actually talking to so many friends in the States that just talking about how excited I am, and they're like, why are you moving to Panama? Well, I just go like this: healthcare, cost of living, fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, paradise, the beauty, there's just so many things. And then their eyes are like, really? I want to check it out. So I have at least 3 couples that I can think of right off the top of my head that are just can't wait to get here. Language is not a barrier. If you can just learn a little bit. I had 4 years in high school, and it's enough for me to carry on enough of a conversation to get through what I need to get through. He's had none, so he's on Duolingo on the computer trying to learn just how to say por favor and lo siento, but he's doing okay. And it's as long as you can mime it or say a few words.
Google Translate.
The Panamanian people, they just care that
They appreciate you trying.
Yeah.
And they know you're trying, and they'll help you, and they understand, and they'll smile, and they won't make fun of you.
And all the expats. And we're not talking just people from America or Canada. You got people from Switzerland, from Germany, from Italy, from all over the world. And they're all visitors to this country, and they all reach out a hand and help you to get used to this new place, this new paradise. Well, we've told you to come down, so now we expect you to come down and look us up when you get here. Everybody's on Facebook and WhatsApp, and everybody reaches out to everybody, so come on down, look us up. We're the O'Briens, Frank and Lori, and we can't wait to meet you in Panama.
See you in Panama.